For a while now, I've been trying to really sum up the essence of what this channel's about and what I want to do in this business to help people. And it's been something that's been a little bit frustrating for me, and to be honest, I've been getting a bit overwhelmed with. But I was working with a mentor the other week, someone that I meet with every single week, and she just completely dropped this sentence, this phrase that really summed up exactly what I wanted to do with this channel moving forward and my business in general. I feel like I always really need these themes, because if I don't have them, I get really kind of lost. It's really hard to channel my creativity. I don't really know what I'm working towards. And I need something that's like big enough and expansive enough that I can work on it for years without getting bored. And so the phrase she kind of said was like, what you're here to do is to like liberate people from mediocrity. I think she'd actually told me this phrase like multiple times before, but it just really hadn't landed. And she'd phrased it maybe slightly different ways. But this time she said it, and it was really clear to me that that was what I wanted to do. So there's a lot I could talk about what mediocrity is to me. I think that kind of word can be triggering for people. It can sound a bit judgmental. I think in reality, like, you can define mediocrity however works for you. But I've been really honing in on what mediocrity really means to me. So it's something that I'll be sharing over the course of this channel, because it's super important to be clear on what it is and what it isn't, and then to really define how you can create your own sense of what freedom looks like. But essentially, the essence of it is about more living a life where you follow other people's kind of rules and other people's paths, and even if they're not right for you, you feel like you can't do your own thing. You've got to follow what everyone else is telling you, and that to me really kind of sums up mediocrity. And I've definitely experienced this a lot through my life. It's taken me a long time. I'm 33 now, and it's taken me to this point to really start being comfortable, setting my own path, going on my own journey, not worrying about what the future looks like, but just taking each day as it comes. So I really want to share what I've learned over these the last kind of 33 years, I guess, but particularly the last 6 or so have been really pivotal for me. Really taking the steps to go after what I really want, really defining what I want in life, not feeling like I've spent years building something only to realise that it wasn't even my dream or what I was really interested in. I think over the years I've kind of gone down paths that people have kind of encouraged me to go down with, you know, my best interests at heart. They were trying to help me, but they didn't really know me well enough to really be able to give clear direction. And the same things happened with like mentors or different coaches I've invested in over the years. They've given me different ideas, different systems, strategies, but they've often not been aligned with what I really wanted. And that's because ultimately I wasn't clear enough on what it was, and so they had no way of being able to actually give me ideas that would really align with that. So I'm really clear over that now over the last few years, and there's always more work to do, but that's something that's been really pivotal for me. So that's the essence of the channel now, is like liberation from mediocrity. That's what I'm working towards. That's what's been really pivotal for me over the last 6 years, and that's what I want to speak into. So it's going to be starting to take you on this journey. I'm going to be documenting the whole way. There's so many different areas that this kind of idea comes into, and that's where it's really expansive. I don't feel like it's just narrowed down to one thing. Like, it's not just about business, it's about like lifestyle in general. It's about business, obviously, but it's even things about like health. You know, I've been working on my health journey, but so much of the health space can be very much about like dealing with symptoms and trying to manage symptoms, and it's never getting to the root cause. And that kind of just dealing with the surface level stuff to me is really another way of seeing mediocrity, and actually like getting to the roots of stuff and really dealing with what's the real issue, so that you can actually find freedom from it over time, is something that I've been learning to lean into in the health space. And so this mediocrity idea can be so present in so many different areas in life. lifestyle, for example. I think when you're building a business, it's very easy to say like, oh, this is where I want to be in my life, so I'll build this business, and then maybe after 10, 20 years of building this business, I'll finally be free to do the things that I want. But I'm not personally interested in that. I really like businesses where you live the life you want in the present, and then you build a business around that. Because otherwise you end up spending, the present not really enjoying what you're doing, and you have no idea whether you're even going to get this future you want. Like, it might not end up looking like you thought it would, or like you might not have the quality of life you thought you would. Like, I've had health struggles over the last few years. If I'd been, like, say I was old, I've been waiting all these years to get to this point where I could be free, and then I had these health challenges, it would be like really limiting what I could do in life. And having that kind of, when I get there mentality really stops you, in my opinion, like enjoying the joys of life in the present. And it makes you really inflexible because you just don't know what's going to come up. So that's another kind of initial example of what mediocrity can look like. So I'm going to dive into this over different videos. I'm getting lots of creative ideas now that I've got this essence of this theme for the channel and my business in general. So just wanted to let you know that that's what I'm going to be talking about. So if that's something that intrigues you, then follow along and hopefully you'll get a lot out of this.